Hey everybody, welcome back to Home Gym Hacks and Reviews. Today I'll be doing the third installment in my Powertec Workbench Attachment series. If you haven't seen my review for the leg extension leg curl attachment or the pec fly attachment, be sure to check those out. But today we'll be doing a review for the dip attachment. Stay tuned. Here is the Powertec Dip Attachment. Here's what everything looks like inside of the box. Everything is in great condition and packed nicely like everything that comes from Powertec. Only one page of instructions for the dip attachment. Like the other attachments, I don't think this one is going to take very long to put together. And here is the dip attachment. Just a little over 11 minutes to put this together. I've seen better footage of Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster, but here is an old video of me using my first Powertec dip attachment in my last garage gym. I had this attachment for over a year, so I know it holds up well and it's effective. This attachment was very easy to put together. You just have to bolt on the stainless steel weight horns. You connect the weight horn tube to the upright with that bolt, and then you connect the handlebars with two different bolts, one bolt there and one bolt underneath, and then you connect the height adjustment tube, and that's all there was to it. The newest model of this attachment has two angled stainless steel weight horns, which is a really nice feature because the old model had horizontal weight horns. Two collars are also provided, but the collars really aren't necessary because the weight horns are angled. There's a rubber bumper so that when the weight horn tube is at rest, you have rubber on metal. There's another rubber bumper here so that when you reach a full range of movement, you have rubber on metal. The handlebars have two rubber grips, which are very comfortable and secure. This is the height adjustment tube, and there are three different settings. I always have it on the lowest setting so that I can get a full range of motion. And once this attachment is placed in the workbench, it sits directly on the floor, which adds stability, and it also makes it easy to get in and out because you know the attachment sits directly on the floor. There's about 18.5 inches between the handlebars. At its highest point, the dip handle is 47 inches. And at its lowest point, the dip handle is 44 inches. The handles are angled at just over 22 degrees. The grip on each handle is 10 inches. And the weight horn is just shy of 10 inches of loadable space. Let's see how fast I can get the attachment out and back in the workbench. You may be wondering if you can do body weight dips on this attachment. I don't recommend it. If I weighed 100 pounds, I might try it. But to do that, you would put the height adjustment tube in the top position. That way the dip handles will be level. I just don't think it feels all that secure, and I don't want to risk any damage to the attachment or to the workbench. This movement feels smooth and effective, and you can definitely tell this is a quality piece of equipment. I have found that I get greater tricep activation when I face away from the machine. And by facing towards the machine, I feel like I get greater chest and shoulder activation. If you are in the market for a plate-loaded dip machine under $1,000, your options are pretty limited. You have the Powertec Chin Dip Assist machine, which sells for $899 with free shipping. I've never used this piece of equipment, but I have heard good things about it. There's also the Titan Fitness plate-loaded dip machine, which sells for $230. I did a review on this piece, and I think it's just okay. Jumping up to 180 pounds on the Powertec dip attachment, I will tell you that I don't feel any joint pain, and this feels good, smooth, and effective. I can see this attachment being especially valuable for a couple of situations. One, if someone's joints need a break from bodyweight dips, and also if someone can't do a bodyweight dip and needs to start with something less than their actual weight. I start running into trouble around 180 pounds. I weigh about 170, so it's not that I can't do the weight, it's that I can't keep my feet on the ground. See, my body wants to come up. There are a couple of easy solutions if you're having trouble keeping your feet planted on the ground. One would be to put on a weight vest. Unfortunately, I don't have one. Another option would be to put two dumbbells in front of you, lock your feet under the dumbbells, and then perform the movement. Let's say you're on the shorter side and the handlebars are too high for you. You can always set up a little platform like I've done here with stall mats. 2x4s would also work. If you're tall and you're having trouble getting a full range of motion with the attachment, you can elevate the attachment like I've done here on stacked stall mats. You could also put the attachment on some 2x4s that are stacked up. This does affect the stability of the attachment a little bit, but it is an option for someone who's tall. There are a couple of different ways to add bands to this attachment if you want to. Here I've secured the bands underneath the bench. I could also secure the bands to dumbbells like I did in the pec fly attachment video. If you want to add bands for a little extra resistance at the very top of the movement, this is an option. This attachment has a lot of pros, one being the price. It sells for $219 with free shipping. It also takes up a relatively small amount of space, but you will need the workbench in order to get the attachment. I think this is a really good attachment and a good addition to most home gyms. Due to the attachment's 200-pound weight capacity, I don't think it's going to meet the needs for the strongest of the strong, but for the average home gym owner, I do think it's a great way to develop the chest, shoulders, and triceps. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm down to one last video in the Powertec Workbench Attachment series, and that's for the Preacher Curl. Just to give you a little bit of a spoiler, I saved the best for last. Be sure to hit that notification bell. I won't be doing a review for the leg press attachment or for the lat pull down attachment because I already have a standalone leg press and I use my leverage in for the high-low pulley. But please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Take care.